foods that we now know contain Roundup. So we've got all the grains, like oats are the highest. So oats, rye, barley, triticale, wheat are all being, by the way, not every farmer does this, but has anyone seen the giant places where they keep wheat? Yeah. So everything's going to be contaminated whether you did it or you didn't do it, because glyphosate is on and in the food. Non-organic legumes, they have it. I rang Edgell the other day. There was a tin of, I think, red beans that somebody bought me. I said, oh, will you just grab some red legumes, or red kidney beans it was. And he grabbed me something, and I looked in the greens and I went, oh my gosh, I can't use that. Anyway, I ended up ringing Edgells, and I said to them, can you tell me where your red kidney beans are coming from, because you say only 10% is Australian. He said, oh, we're coming from America. So I did some research on it, and I know that 95% of all red kidney beans are sprayed with glyphosate. So all your legumes are being sprayed with it if it's non-organic. Your seeds, such as cotton and canola, so your canola oils will have it in there. All foods with GMO derivatives, anything that's genetically modified, will either have a Bt toxin in it, which will be corn, or it'll have glyphosate or Roundup within it. So that means all your breakfast cereals, chips, crackers, breads, baby cereals, coffee and tea plantations use Roundup around their places. Vineyards will do it, so it'll be in your wines. Fruit trees, nut trees, animals who consume GMO or grains that have been sprayed with glyphosate, eggs, meat and gelatin. It doesn't leave us a lot, does it? And for me, it's when I started to read this, and all this analysis is being done to understand. Do you know, this is what I have to tell you this just got me. So I rang a very, very big company that grows chia, and I got the producer, the main producer. He wasn't the farmer, but he helps all the farmers who grow chia in Australia. And he was a lovely guy, and we had a really big discussion on this. And I said to him, are you using glyphosate to desiccate your chia in any way? And he said, no. I said, are you using Roundup on anything? And he said, oh, we do it as a pre-seeder. And then we were talking more and more, and he said, do you know, probably 3 people a day ring me now about this. So they want to change. I said, well, when you become organic, ring me, because I'll use your chia, because I'd rather use an Australian product than use a product that's overseas. But I can't, because they're spraying, they're pre-seeding, they're doing a pre-seed. And then I said to him, have you had it tested for Roundup or glyphosate? He said, well, when we do the shopping or the supermarkets want you to do tests for pesticides. And remembering pesticides and herbicides, there's lots of them out there. It's just that glyphosate is the most heavily sprayed. And when you see what I'm going to tell you later, glyphosate actually, enhances these chemicals to be more toxic, and I'll show you that. So I said to him, he said, when we do the supermarket thing, glyphosate isn't even in it. They don't want to know. They think it's safe, so why would we do a test for it? So they don't even know if they're doing it for the supermarkets, but independent testers are now doing it, which is wonderful. Glyphosate is also found in medications, supplements, vaccines. What you see up there is this is a test that's been done on the vaccines that are bred on egg or gelatin. And that's what they're finding. They're the parts per billion that they're finding. Environments containing glyphosate, waterways, verges, playgrounds, dock parks, sports grounds, town water supply, rain, forests, national parks, state parks, roadsides, orchards, fruits, vineyards, coffee and tea plantations. So these, if you're going into them, you will be exposed to them, let alone just not eating them.